Aya Wilson suspended. Aya Wilson suspended till further notice after Caitlin Clark did this. This is insane. The WNBA was rocked by a shocking announcement this week. Reigning MVP Aya Wilson has been suspended for life after a bizarre altercation with rising star Caitlin Clark. The incident occurred during a recent game, when Wilson was caught on camera wagging her finger at Clark and launching into an impassioned tirade about white privilege. In the viral clip, Wilson can be heard lecturing Clark, a young phenom who has taken the league by storm, about how white players like Paige Bueckers need to understand their privilege. The audacity of Wilson's comments, made from a position of privilege and comfort as the dominant star of the league, has drawn widespread condemnation. Critics have pointed out the hypocrisy of Wilson, who attended a prestigious private school with a $20,000 tuition, trying to portray herself as an underdog fighting against systemic oppression. Meanwhile, players like Clark and Kelsey Plum had to grind and prove themselves time and time again to earn their spots in the league. Commentator Jason Whitlock minced no words in his scathing takedown of Wilson's remarks, noting that she has the monopoly on hardship and that her life story isn't some sob story of oppression, it's the epitome of privilege. He argued that Wilson, standing 6 feet 5 inches with a stable family background and every resource at her fingertips, has no right to lecture others about hardship. To make matters even more absurd, Nike recently announced a lucrative signature shoe deal with Wilson, sparking outrage. How can a player so disconnected from the real struggles of marginalized communities be rewarded with such a high-profile endorsement? Many have pointed out that Nike would have been better off investing in a true trailblazer like Clark, whose electrifying play has captivated fans and drawn record viewership to the WNBA. The league's decision to suspend Wilson for life, while dramatic, is seen by many as a necessary statement. The WNBA cannot afford to have its biggest stars engaged in such divisive and hypocritical behavior, especially when the sport is finally starting to gain mainstream attention and respect. Wilson's actions have the potential to undo years of progress and turn off casual fans. As the WNBA moves forward, the hope is that players will learn from this incident and focus on lifting each other up rather than engaging in toxic identity politics. The league's future success depends on showcasing its immense talent and athleticism, not petty squabbles over perceived privilege. With leaders like Clark leading the way, the WNBA has a bright future, if it can avoid the pitfalls that have plagued Wilson's legacy.